what I'm seeing in patients is illnesses, is struggles, is traumas, is deep intergenerational issues that have manifested over generations. How do we address those issues? What is the solution to them? We cannot just carry on business as usual, especially from myself, especially Indigenous communities who are seeing it in the environment, seeing what's happening in humanity. I mean, tragic, truly, traumatic for everyone involved, especially the people on the ground going through the wars that are happening now, the side effects of the systems and whatever, technological, colonial advancements, and the powers that be throughout that. I mean, I think globally there's a deep awakening happening instinctively, and a need for traditional Indigenous knowledge systems, whether it's meditation, whether it's yoga, whether it's homeopathy or naturopathy or organic. These feels like organic or free range. I mean, it wasn't even a thing. Now we're paying extra for organic and alternative medication and whatever the case is, and this is and it's completely fascinating what's happening, but it's deeply tragic also, and I feel we all need to do something about this. Just because maybe your family wasn't directly involved in the slave trade or colonization, we can trace our bloodlines back. If you're not living in 5,000 to 7,000 year old Indigenous community unbroken, you can we all have a role to play in that, and we all benefit from capitalism or democracy. So at the same time, I think we all have a responsibility to address these issues, and I think that's where the key to a lot of the healing lies, is in finding ethical, deep, systemic, generational ethical direction in the way we do business, in the way we do education, medical, politics, really taking out the profit-driven first, and do not consider going into any direction unless it's people, planet, profits together. I think that's what we are ready for, and that's what we're begging for, and that's what we're starving for, and I think that's where a lot of the solutions exist. Talking politics.
Well, lead with the heart, I guess. I'm getting for that.
Yes. And teach that in education. How do you teach that in the education system? How do you teach that? You put child in nature, initiation, guidance from elders. This thing of, yes, my child, be who you want to be free. At the same time, no, there's serious wisdom that needs to be transferred by the elders to the children. Cannot go and trust the, respect to European or Cambridge education system, but there's a deep links missing there for how we need to raise children, and what I believe, and I know a lot of the people I work with believe is to have a kind of just or peaceful, powerful society. There's missing links in our timeline. Oppression through colonization, oppression through the genocides and massacres of Indigenous knowledge systems. Thousands of years old of experiential study into plants, into human nature was annihilated and oppressed. And then started, 100, 200-year-old medical system. Whereas we had knowledge of thousands of years old, which is being activated slowly again, And even there's questionable areas and, thought patterns from the majority of people saying, oh, it's this and that, what these things may be, because you've been institutionalized into generations of education systems, of hierarchical systems. Some of the most advanced civilizations, scientifically advanced civilizations, thousands of years old, are seen as third world communities, savages. What's happened in North America, biggest genocide humanity has ever seen, over 120 million First Nations Indians killed through various premeditated genocides. It's deep knowledge of the land, deep knowledge of medicine, deep vision, telepathic abilities, connection to nature, 1 foot in the spirit world, 1 foot in the real world. That wasn't seen as a a superhuman being. That was normal in every Indigenous community. Some of the conditions we see today, bipolaric, schizophrenic, epileptic, leading to depression, leading to high levels of anxiety, depression. Those children who are being labeled with those conditions, which are not conditions, would be taken in Indigenous civilizations and be initiated immediately as a healer, or a chief, or a counsel, or an advisor. You have high levels of sensitivity, you have high levels of intuition, and now we medicate it, we oppress that, we put them into. I mean, the suicide rates, the depression rates, the children being born these days, the levels of advanced wisdom, intellect, sensitivity, intuition is incredible. And what do? You must go work a 9 to 5, must go work in this, feed that system to be achieving, to be intellect. So there must be a new way, it won't be achieved in my lifetime, not even my grandchildren's lifetime. But that intergenerational vision must, I believe, start to be cultivated again, collectively, somehow. And myself and many other people are actively doing the best we can to try, be a part of something, be a little piece in the puzzle. But yeah, I mean, that's where I believe success lies, in actually business and even profits. Buy big business. If you speak to the hearts of humanity, you're starving for that. Actually, I guarantee you'll make more profits if you align deeply and ethically, not on the surface, but from the grassroots, systemically, in organizations. If you purely profit, I would stay away.